Hey folks, how's it going? So today we got something fun. A little Civil War action. So I've been out in this area plenty, metal detecting and checking around and stuff, and I found a lot of Civil War stuff. But one thing I never did was check the rivers, check the creeks, check the water. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little Magnet-Seekr'N. Yeah. Where I'm at right now, it's a neat little spot. They made a little boat ramp here, but there's a bridge over here, and this bridge is significant. I don't think that's the original bridge. It's somewhere in here, and we'll locate that because that old bridge is the significant one, and I'll show you why. Check this out. So, back in 1865, a guy in the Union, he was a general, you know, no big deal, right? Well, he came into Virginia, came down into North Carolina to go to Salisbury, North Carolina, right there. And what he was doing was disrupting all the railroad tracks and everything. And plus, in Salisbury, North Carolina, he went there to basically emancipate the prisoner of war camp that was there. So, but the blue line, that's his trail. That's where he went. And I'm up here, right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, right there. Right there. I'm at that. That's called the Yadkin River. The Yadkin River. Nice big river. Yeah, really nice. I wish I had a canoe or a kayak, which I'll get eventually. I don't normally go out on the water, but I'm going to start doing that anyway. But there's a lot of little creeks and there's a lot of things that I haven't searched in his path. Now, General George Stoneman, not Stonewall, General George Stoneman and his raiders, he had about 5,000 or so cavalry, came right through here. Came marching right through here on the bridge, went down to Salisbury. Salisbury's that way. Freed all the Union prisoners, the ones that were left. They had evacuated most of them. They knew he was coming. Destroyed all the railroad down here as well as he was making his way to Salisbury. Attacked the bridge, the railroad bridge that's down there on the Yadkin, which we're going to today. So there's quite a few different water tributaries that we're going to search today and see if we can find some Civil War relics from that time period. Now, when they were marching over this on the bridge, somebody threw something off. Guarantee it. Probably. But that's where we're at, and these are all markings of places I'm going to be searching along the way. So, awesome. Let's get started. I got a nice big old 2,600 pound magnet. So, let's see what we get. See ya. Well, here we are. It almost looks like a little ford area down there. You see where the water's rippling? Possibility that might have been a bridge area. But then again, there's some older stone right there. That could have been a bridge too. Normally they just set the bridge right on the side of the other bridge. Got a lot of deer activity in here. Did I lose a glove already? Yes, I did. I lost my glove already. Oh. Well, because the bridge is here, I'm going to just toss it in here a little bit and see what comes up. There's a nice little ford area too. So the old bridge was on either side of this. We'll have to figure that out. Oh, I wish I had a kayak. It would make things a little a little better, wouldn't it? We'll travel down that way a little bit and check it out, and travel down that way a little bit and check it out. Let's start tossing the magnet. Look at this, folks. Do you see it? It's right there. Do you see it? My goodness, I didn't even get 2 feet. And I already got a nice axe head. That's not an old one by any means, but it is an axe head. And I keep all my axe heads. So, we got a Brute Magnetics 2,600 pound. I took it out yesterday. I took my girls fishing and found some lures. Just trying it out. Works very well. The only problem is their little sleeve here came off, so I have to watch that spot. Alright, let's get going. Let's do it. Alrighty. Let's get this magnet tossed in there. Oh, it's a little gushy down here. Splash. Splash. It's funny, there's a sign over there that says, you know, this is a public area. I'm out in the middle of pretty much nowhere at a sketchy spot. It says no firearms and no weapons of any kind. I'll tell you, with the way things are going nowadays, if you don't have protection, shame on you. There was nothing on that. Let's get it closer out that way and see what happens. It's rocky right there. A little rocky. That might be the old Ford area, unless they just tossed in rocks. Anything? Nope. A whole bunch of magnetic sand. I'm thinking the old bridge is down there, where the launch was. Now why would they put it on the widest spot here? That would make no sense. Yep, that's 3. Let's move down a little bit more and take a peek. Well, this boat launch definitely doesn't have much going on here. There's a whole bunch of rocks out there. And you see how the bank is pretty steep? It's steep over here too. Nobody would build a bridge like that. Especially back in the olden days. Nothing. Alright, so we either walk down that way a little bit and check that spot out. I'm thinking it's down that way where I was. I'll toss it one more time in there. See if any of these kayakers lost anything in here. Yeah, there's rocks down there. I don't want to get stuck. Yeah, it feels a little heavier, unless it's just mud I'm pulling. Nope, nothing. String. Nothing. Nothing.
Alright, we're going to head down that way, around that curve, and I think that's where the old bridge was. We'll go check. What we're looking for is like a flatter area, an old road that might have came down through here, and it looks like this teeters off a little bit down that way. So we'll cross through here and check, see if there's an old road. Well, I've walked down here quite a ways, and I don't see anything that looks like it would be a nice bridge crossing area or a ford of any kind. So it must be where the bridge actually sits. Look at the size of that sycamore tree right there. That thing's huge. Well, I didn't think I was going to have much luck in this river anyway, but we'll go toss the magnet a little bit more and just check. And we'll go hit the smaller ones, little creeks along the way. And a spot where I've been finding all of my Civil War stuff, cannon, grape shot, stuff like that, bullets. We'll get into that creek because I have never been in that creek, and that's where the main little battle occurred, and we'll check that spot out too. Right now I'm not seeing much over here. I don't even see where they would have put a bridge. I mean, this isn't too bad, but I don't know. Alright, we're back at this newer bridge. As old as this bridge would have been, you'd expect to find some iron pieces, at least like plow pieces and stuff like that, that farmers would have tossed in. I'll try on this side and see. We'll check it out, see what happens down there. Oh, that wasn't rock, that was just mud. Alright, let's get this rope unraveled real quick. Put a little loop around my boot so I don't lose it. That and even modern stuff coming over. Should at least be pulling that up. I'll know right away if there's anything down there. Oh, it's rocky. It's rocky down there. Nothing but mud. Interesting. Well, I might have to go back to the drawing board on this one and see if we can actually pinpoint where this bridge was. Because if it wasn't sitting in this spot, then it's got to be on either end somewhere. I thought maybe down there. It's a little more shallower. Nothing. Only got a little fishing leader. That's it. big rocks down there. Big rocks. It's a rocky bottom. Just not clinking on anything. It's a fishing line. One more and then that's it, and we'll move on. Got a busy day. There's a creek I want to walk. It's over by the old Civil War encampment, the prisoner of war encampment. I'm gonna walk that and use the magnet. I thought about using the detector, but I think the magnet would be better, just to walk along and kind of drag it and see what comes up. Yeah, I mean, that's embarrassing. Nothing in here. Good Lord. Alright, moving on. See you at the next spot. Hey folks, I'm back. Alright, so this spot, this is a spot where I find all my cannon shot and my bullets and stuff like this. We're actually facing the direction that General George Stoneman and his raiders attacked and made initial contact with the Salisbury Confederates right here. And they were fighting for that bridge right there, which the Confederates had dismantled so that it would be hard to cross over. The creek runs right here. It's called Grant's Creek, and it runs back. But up in there, up in the woods, and a little bit past this has all been dug up and fill put in here. Back that way, that's where I've been finding all my Civil War stuff for this battle. Now, I haven't searched the creek. Haven't gone in the creek yet, so let's get over there and let's see if we can pull up some cannon shots and some muskets, maybe. But there was a little battle here, and it was all cavalry, so it's going to be cavalry-related stuff. And, you know, there was a little battle, so let's go check it out. Hopefully we have some luck and find some stuff. Alright, see you when I get there. Just now start hearing the creek. They had cleared this out for the utilities. Sounds like it's running pretty good. Keep our eyes open for bullets and stuff because there's a ton of stuff here. There we go. That's one little spot. That's newer. The spot I want to check out is over that way. So we'll go over there. Actually, I guess we can check all this out. This stone is all pretty new though. This isn't anything that was here in the past. Yeah, these utilities, guys, they make a mess. Look at this. A barrel in here and everything. Alright, I'm going to make my way over to where I'm going to start throwing the magnet. Right up there on that ridge, that's where the Confederate cannon were. And all this soil down here has been disturbed, so, but that's where I was finding my cannon shot. You can see there's a pipe laying in there. They've done utility work here before in the past, so they have disturbed much of the bank. I'm going to search in here a little bit, because I know much of the cannon stuff I was finding was up there on that ridge. And who knows what's down here. Look at all this iron on here. Wow, that was just from one throw. Some cannon shot would be nice. It's a very sandy bottom, so it's kind of going to be tough to get the stuff. Got some iron ore in there. And we'll head over to the bridge. The bridge is just right there. The old bridge was there as well. And we'll see if there's any old bridge structure left that we can pull up that was dismantled. That's also part of the history. What do we get? We got a leaf. Wow, there's a lot of iron in there. Look at all that iron. Just tons and tons of it. Wow. Nice cannonball would be nice. Even some grape shot would be nice. I think we're going to have a hard time because of that sand. This is what makes this sand very, very mushy and thick. All that iron. One more. And then we'll move on. We'll get closer to that bridge and start tossing around in there. No grape shot. And it's a lot of iron. There's a lot. Wow. Alright, let's get closer to that bridge. This is like a little tributary to the main creek, which is over that way, which is usually dry. It's more like an overflow, but same thing. Take your time, walk slow, check for bullets, anything sticking out of the ground that might have washed out. I've hit all of this with my detector. I need to come back. Definitely need to come back. See these white pieces and I'm like, okay, yeah, lead. Nope. Junk, modern junk everywhere. Lead's pretty easy to spot. It's usually, if it's exposed to the air, it's going to have a little white on it. But there were a lot of bullets fired here, and quite a few cannon shots. Try to stop Stoneman's raiders from getting across that bridge into Salisbury. Of course, they failed. They failed. Alright, we're coming up to the bridge now. Now let me get situated down there and I'll show you we'll start tossing. Okay, this is the spot. Right here. This is the bridge spot that they were fighting over. Let's get down there and start tossing. Alright. It's pretty deep down there. I might venture in it. We'll see. Let's toss this in there. Oh, these mosquitoes. They're biting pretty good. Yeah, that's sandy bottom. If I go that way, they've been doing a lot of dumping over that way. So it's not ideal. If there's anything left over down in here, I'll be shocked. You can see the sand. It's just very, very hard. Everything's going to be pretty much buried. Going to be buried down in there. It's going to be near impossible to get it out. Even modern stuff gets buried quickly here in the sand. It's worth a shot. It's worth a try, though, to check. You just never know. There could be a couple, they could have dumped all their cannon shot right here. All the weapons found on the battlefield. You just never know. First, they're probably long buried, because nothing's coming up. Nothing. A few rocks down there. Well, if you don't look, you'll never know. I think we're going to have too much problem with the sand. Cover stuff up. Yep. Everything's under the sand. Alright. Well, I got a couple more spots to check out. We'll get back here in probably a couple weeks and we'll check it out with the metal detector again. All the cannon were up there on the high ground, firing down towards this bridge as the raiders moved their way here. That's what I'm looking for. Cannon shots, cannonballs, stuff like that. Alright, let's move on. Well, you know, you gotta try all things, you know? I kind of knew that creek bottom was a little sandy, and it's even tough with a metal detector. That's why I don't do any creek detecting around here anymore. You know, I tried it for a while, and you know, stuff is just buried deep down in that sand. You got about 4, 5, 6 feet of sand at the bottom of these creeks, and all that metal sitting at the bottom of that. So, but I know a little creek. It's called Town Creek, and that was just on the south side of the prisoner of war camp. And when the Union cavalry came through to emancipate that fort, that prisoner of war camp there, a lot of the Confederates that were basically managing the facility ran south to that creek. Did they drop off their stuff? Did they throw their stuff in there? And then they ran towards the railroad bridge at the Yadkin River, which we'll go to as well and check that out. but I expect that the railroad bridge area to be probably not so good. A lot of modern building and, you know, sand issues as well. But Town Creek, just on the south side of the actual prisoner of war camp, should be a stony creek. Should be nice. Should be nice to walk. We'll go check it out. So, but that's the history of this area. I wish I could find some. I'll come back out and I'll bring the metal detector and we'll hit this spot again. We'll find some relics, Civil War stuff. It's not my favorite stuff to hunt. There's so much stuff out there, Civil War stuff. But when it's related to one of my local towns and stuff like that, I like to find that history and pull that history up too. So tell the story of my local area, why not, you know? Alright, so I'll see you at the next spot. This is where the old Salisbury prisoner of war camp was. The actual location sat right here. They turned it into the Salisbury National Cemetery. And these are our fallen and our brave. And the camp sat back there. There was an old cotton mill factory that was part of it, and some buildings in the back that still stand. This is the location.